here's your EOA Live weather forecast.
Hope all having a great Tuesday. Gabe Curtis reporting on this January 17th. We are currently looking for new sponsors. Your business logo and message could be displayed right here 5 times a week on EOA Weather. Those highs will top out into the upper 30s to low 40s for much of us today, with the exception for coldest out towards Meacham and Joseph, both 35. Warmer into Ontario and Pendleton, mid to the upper 40s. And out the door this evening into LeGrand, it's currently dry and partly clear. We'll continue to see those breaks in that cloud cover, at least throughout the first half of the overnight hours tonight, before we see more of that gloom later on, especially up towards the north, where Pendleton will be the warmest at 30. Otherwise, the remainder of us will generally drop into low to mid 20s, with the exception for that cold spot 11 in Burns, where I'm expecting the most amount of breaks in that cloud cover, allowing for some patches of fog out towards the southern half of our region. Heading into the day tomorrow, much of us will be topping into the mid to the upper 30s to about 40, with the exception for that warm spot 50 in Pendleton. Our next weather system will be moving in the second half of the day, although we could see some isolated moisture in the form of maybe a few raindrops, snowflakes, maybe a little bit of grapple late morning into early afternoon. Otherwise, steady moisture could develop as early as mid-afternoon out towards Burns. That looks to just start as snow. That will take longer to get up to the remainder of our region. In fact, it will start as a mix of rain and grapple before transitioning into snow until closer to the evening hours, although that does not include Pendleton, as I'm only expecting a dusting to 2 inches of snow down as low as 2,500 feet throughout the 8 p.m. hour. And 2 inches isn't even guaranteed until you get up above 4,500 feet, with upwards of 5 inches into our highest elevations. But then that snow level drops down to about 2,000 feet overnight and into early Thursday morning. That's when we could see an additional 1 to 3 inches across the mountainous valleys, with 3 to 7 potentially into our mountains. Heading into the day tomorrow for LeGrand, it looks like this will start out right around freezing at the 8 o'clock hour. There may be a few sun breaks to start, but quickly we'll see that gloom take over. Southerly winds during the day will gust up those winds to 40 miles per hour in spots. Middays, when we have the chance to start seeing a few isolated showers, and may start as maybe a little bit of raindrops or grapple. Otherwise, I think most of our region will stay dry until we progress throughout the afternoon. More organized showers mid to late afternoon, increasing that wintry precipitation mixing in. In fact, by the 8 o'clock hour, that's steady moisture. That's all snow. That's when we can start seeing accumulations here locally, with 1 to 3 inches overnight and into early Thursday, as those temperatures drop into the upper 20s. And then we go dry mid-morning on Thursday, mid to the upper 30s during the day. As the end of my 7-day forecast, not much has changed. Your one guaranteed dry day is on Friday. Lots of sunshine before increasing clouds develop into the first half of the weekend. Those highs will continue to remain into the upper 30s, with overnight lows into the low to mid 20s throughout the next week. Our next weather system will bring a mix of some scattered rain and grapple the second half of Saturday, before that transitions into snow through the evening, becoming isolated into early Sunday before that dries during the day. Still expecting anything to fall to remain light, but the American GFS model is trying to bring heavier snowfall rates, although I do not buy that yet, but I'll continue to keep all of you up to date. I still think odds are pretty high that most of us stay dry into early next week, but the latest data is bringing a slight chance for a few showers. This has been Gabe Curtis bringing the most accurate weather forecast here in Eastern Oregon, and I will be back tomorrow.